Hey there, Mary here from Wall Within Studio. Welcome to another Fit in 15 video. As we've done with our previous videos, we'll go through each of our movements up front and then we'll get into our workout. We've got 4 movements today. Got it planned to do 5 repetitions of each, 3 rounds through. We do have some bodyweight movements as well as bands. So I've got the bands set up in 2 different locations. Please set them up in whatever location is convenient for you. I've got bands up here at the top of the door, just 1 band, and then I've got 1 down here fixed to the bottom of the door because we're going to be doing 3 different movements that will involve those bands. So yeah, thank you so much for being here today. Hope you have a great workout. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, so our first movement is a tricep press-down. We're going to use the band here that we have fixed to the top of the door for this. I'm just going to hold the band, one side of each band in my hands, and engage my core a little bit to keep my low back safe, have a slight, nice soft bend in my knees, and all we're doing is pressing down, working our triceps on this. One thing I'm doing as I'm coming down is I'm facing my palms down toward the floor. So they're facing together. Now they're down toward the floor. Our second movement is what I call a mower row. And so it's kind of like we're starting a lawnmower. The way we set ourselves up for this, we will use the band that is fixed here down to the bottom of the door or at the floor level. I'm going to step forward with my right foot, and I've got my right toes pointed toward that band. I've got my back foot, it's at a slight angle, almost parallel here. I'm going to grab the band with my left hand. So right foot forward, band in my left hand. We're going to come down into a lunge and then twist and pull that band back. You're going to feel a little bit of strength here working in your core. So we're doing a rotational movement. I'm actually going to back up just a little bit, and we'll do 5 repetitions pulling back with our left hand. Then we'll switch sides. So we'll have left foot forward, band in the right hand, and again, squatting down toward the floor, like lunging down toward the floor, pulling back, twisting as we pull back so that we get an abdominal, like an oblique workout in 2. Third movement, body weight only. It is an X lunge or a curtsy lunge. So we're just going to stand in with our feet about a hip width distance apart and just alternate crossing back into a curtsy lunge. So we'll alternate 5 reps on each side. So for a total of 10 repetitions through this movement. If you wanted to, if you have access to kettlebell, dumbbell, any sort of weight like that, you can definitely add that and hold it for a little bit extra weight, but we've got it planned with no equipment at all. Our fourth and final movement is an alternative to a kettlebell swing. It's a band pull-through. So I've got that band that we used for the mower rows in the same spot down near the floor. We're just going to stand with the band between our legs. So this is an alternative to kettlebell swing. So if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell and you'd prefer to use that piece of equipment, please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, if you just got the bands, this is a great way to do that movement. It's a hip hinge movement without having that piece of equipment. So I'm going to pull the band between my legs. We're going to like squat down, pull up, bringing the band up as we come. So there we go. We'll do 5 repetitions of these. I'm going to back up a little bit, and we're just coming up like we would with a kettlebell swing. Some folks think that with a kettlebell swing, we're muscling the weight, the band, the kettlebell, the dumbbell up with our arms, and it's really a hip hinging motion. We're working our core muscles, our lower abdominal muscles, as well as our glutes and our hamstrings. So when we're doing that pull, we're coming up. You want the power to come from your hips. So you'll come down, press up. So you'll squeeze your glutes together at the top of it, engage your core, press up through your heels. So just remembering that the weight is moving, sort of momentum, but the power is coming from our hips and our glutes. So we want to do that safely, but we'll do that with the band. go ahead and get started with our first round, those tricep press downs. Here we go. Man, I really like these. The bands are so great. I think they're probably one of my favorite. 3 pieces of equipment, 2 and 1. Switch up and head over to do our lawnmower rows. I like them so much because they're very gentle on my joints, and they're low profile. I've mentioned this in another video. Here we go. That you can kind of take them anywhere. So sometimes when I travel, I'll throw a couple and one of these anchors in my bag so that I'm able to get a little bit. There's 2 and 1. Go ahead and switch sides so that if I want, I can get a little bit of a strength training workout in. I don't always keep up my workout routine quite the same when I'm traveling, especially if it's for vacation. But if I'm doing some sort of just like work travel or something, too, it's nice to maintain. Last round. 1, my movement routine. It helps me with my overall just well-being. Go ahead and get into those curtsy lunges. Yeah, so if I'm going somewhere where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep up my routine, I'll take the bands, and I love the portability of them. There's 2. Oh, heart rate's already getting up there. Not even, we're halfway through this first round, and I'm already, 1 more each side, already breathing a bit. 1, all right. Grab the band, do our first round of those pull-throughs. This is a great alternative to a kettlebell swing. Here we go. It is a little awkward, if you can imagine, with the band, but it works. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, round 1 is done. We'll come back over and get set up for those tricep pull downs or press down, whichever you prefer to call it. Sometimes we change up the names ourselves to remember what they are. All right, here we go. So with these, I like to start with a lighter resistance band, and then I'll slide my hands up higher to help increase the resistance. 2 and 1. Especially if I'm not feeling like going up to the next degree of band. So I actually was going to use this red band for this workout, and I tested it out. My body just was not feeling that. Okay, here we go. Those second round of lawnmower rows. My body was not feeling it. It was feeling really off, very uncomfortable to me. So I switched it out to the green band, which is 1 step down. Last one on this side. 1. We'll go ahead and switch. Do those rows on the other side. And I'm actually glad that I did. It's really important that we listen to our body when it says those things to us. That we're trying to lift a weight, and it's not feeling safe, or you're like, oh, this is a little funky. Here's 2. Last one. And 1. It's totally okay, and actually really important, and I would say strongly advised to, let's go ahead and do those curtsy lunges. Strongly advised to go down just a little bit. Typically, those kinds of messages are coming from our intuition, our gut, our inner knowing that today maybe that's just not the degree we want to push our body to, and there's nothing wrong with that. Here's 4. Or I would actually say that letting ourselves dial it down just a tad. 5, because we're feeling uncertain about the way something's feeling, is mental growth, maturity, intelligence. It's also like a embodiment intelligence, physical intelligence. All right, here we go. Because we're listening to what our body's saying and giving it the like care and kindness that it needs. 2 and 1. Okay, we got 1 more round left, y'all. Oh, okay. A little winded here. All right, last round of those tricep pull downs. Yeah, so it's a mind-body intelligence that I really encourage you to like let yourself lean into, celebrate yourself for leaning into it. I encourage my one-on-one clients to really listen to it and honor it. Here's 2 and 1. Because sometimes it's even just giving our body a little bit of like recovery that it needs, active recovery that it needs to help us make those gains and adaptations, promote further strengthening and building in the safest, best way for our body. All right, we got one more round of those Mower Rows. Oh, man, I really love these. So with these, you might be feeling a lot of muscle groups involved. We've got of course, our upper back, our shoulder. We got our glutes, our quads, one more on this side. And then we've got our core engaged in it. This is one of those full body movements that I find to be stellar because you hit everything. We got our whole body, the whole chain of it moving in through the motion. So if you're feeling it in your glutes, you're supposed to. If you're feeling it in your outer calf, that's right too. You got it in your core, absolutely. Your shoulder. Yeah. 2. I think I might have given us extra credit on this one. And 1. There we go. Last. We're done with those for the day. Last round of curtsy lunges for today. There's 1 each side. 2. So going back to that conversation about, the mind-body intelligence, honoring, awareness, connection, that thing. What are some ways that your body talks to you? There's 2. I think I also gave us a 2 minute on this one. Let's go 1 more each side just for good measure. 1. What are some messages you notice your body giving you and sending you all throughout the day? That could be during a workout. It could be when you're working, when it comes close to bedtime, when you're feeling really tired, if you're feeling sluggish. Here we go. Last one for the day. Yeah, our body talks to us all the time. 3. So what are some times that your body talks to you? 2. And how do you know? 1. Nice job. Great job. Give yourself a round of applause. How do you know you're listening to it? What are the ways that you honor it? So very important things to do. When our body tells us something, it's really important to listen to it. So if you ever want to share, if you feel comfortable, drop a comment below. Would love to hear what some of those messages are that your body gives you. And, if you have some strategies in your toolkit that you apply every time you hear those messages that really work well for you, would love to hear that. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you had a great workout. We will see you around for the next one, and all others that we have. Invite you back always. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, turn on notifications. I do work one-on-one with folks, so if you are ever interested in that, please check us out on wellwithinstudio.com and schedule a 15-minute free consultation, and we can chat about your goals and the way that we might partner together. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.